Hello Sagittarius, how you doing? Welcome to your energy reading on the Astroflower, going from the 24th to the 30th of November. Happy birthday to all of you having your birthday at this point this week here. Consider it like the new year, like the renewal of the energy or the vibration that comes through you in a whole new cycle that starts. And I get this feeling as well about this reading that you're stepping into a whole new environment, that you're opening up to a whole new adventure in a way. And it does feel a little bit like that, adventurous. And because it's adventurous, we can't see everything that's going to be coming around the corner, because if we did, there'd be no point living it. And you've got to live it and to enjoy it. And I think there's a certain determination about the idea of not going backwards and going forwards more than anything else. The energy update on Cymatic TV was all to do with a particular type of element, and it also talked about how everything was at bliss, and it was all about the breathing of the prana or the chi energies. It floats through the sun, through the earth, and through you and me. Absolutely beautiful. And we saw that reflected in the messages from energy as well this week. The chakra sequencing was really beautiful, absolutely fantastic. And there was a great message about sort of implementing the common sense evolution, a conscious evolution, more than anything else, without any stress or strains. And sometimes it's like when life is not pushing us, we can be a little bit sort of kind of, well, what do I do? What do I do? And there is a little bit of trepidation about life for you at the moment, as you step into a whole new way of being. Let's just bring up your Astroflower. Here it is here. And with your Astroflower, you can see that you've got air, across every single base petal of you. In fact, you have more air than you do have fire in your sign. And it's certainly on that air, is on that transition between the past and the future. And that's ideas, converting ideas into reality. And that's what the new year is all about for you. So let's just see how that converts into your reading for this week here. Here we go. On the financial side, let's just see the general energies here. There's a lot of passion going. I think it's learning how to deal with your passions as well. Sometimes we can, as I said, sometimes we can be enthusiastic about starting something new, but obviously at the same time we're a little bit nervous because we've never really done it or never been in that situation. And that's what it feels a little bit like here on the general energies. I'm not so sure on the financial side. On the financial side, I get more of a case of sort of you've started a project or a business or a career path, and you've got this sort of situation. I wouldn't deviate too much from it, and I wouldn't push it too much either. I'd let things tick over more than anything else, because I think there's a great exploration that needs to be happening within you of expressing the ideas of the interior to the exterior. On your financial side, you get the Four of Wands. Yeah, this is the implementation of an idea, or a plan, or a karmic path, or something that you will be the only one that really knows this, of what you should be doing. And you're marrying that idea, you're bringing that idea in, and it could be going after a new job or career path, whatever it is, doing new business and so forth. I think that's there, and I think you're coming to the conclusion of that within you. It may not necessarily be the time to strike it, but it's the moment of deciding from within you. On your relationship side, look at that. You get the Ace of Cups. And that's why I don't think there should be that much movement on your financial side. I think on the relationship side, I think there's a lot more to be offered in life. Something that's really sort of like you're experiencing a whole new plethora of emotions because of a new situation. And yes, it can be overwroughting, sort of like the situation. You could be overwrought by the situation, but at the same time, that's also could well be the anticipation, the butterfly sensation within the stomach of, wow, what could be, what could be. And I get that feeling on the relationship side. Let's just see what's going on the financial side. yeah, it's all about building to this future here. This water that comes in across the top, very stable from Scorpio, that's lending to you here, and it's all about. And I think that water there, because it goes into that air on your relationship side. I think it's not, emotionally you don't want to be taking risks on your financial side at the moment. Just let it tick over. That's what feeling that I get from it. Yeah, follow the path of the wisdom, the inner wisdom. That's from your karmic path here. Knowing that sometimes you need to allow things to just flow through, as it were. Keep a stable ship rather than trying to sort of fight against the winds and so forth. And that's the wisdom of the King of Swords. You're following a pathway. You're making clear judgment within you because you've got a very clear direction that you want to take. It's all part and part of the plan. Yeah, being, strength card in the synchronicities or the networking side of life. I think you need to, obviously you're getting rid of doubt within the situation here. And as you sort of connect to the outside world, it's almost as if, like, I get like there's someone, it's like riding through Piccadilly Circus on a bus. You're looking out, that's in central London, by the way, and it's very busy. There's a lot of people. And I get this feeling of you looking out of a bus window and looking at the world around you, seeing the opportunities, but knowing that you're on your pathway and enjoying the journey. And I think that's what it's all about here, is enjoying the journey. Talk about ideas. This is from the past. So you get the Page of Swords, converting ideas into reality. It's also saying your truth. I think you're standing. I think that's possibly what the Strength card is about. I think you've got to stand in your knowledge and understanding of what's good for you, and I think you need to raise that as well with the world around you. Sort of say, look, thank you very much. Those are bright lights and what have you, and they're very attractive, but I've got to stay on my pathway. I've got to, just keep a steady boat, as it were. And I think it's expressing that will actually bring a lot more favor for you in the future. In the future self, yeah, look at that. You get the Hierophant, yes, it is the Hermit, sorry. The Hermit card, where the Hermit is carrying that star, ultimate goal. He's following that. That's the star there within his lantern, and the star is the ultimate dreams here. And I think you're married to it, and I think you're staying true to getting the results. But it's on a longer term plan, and you've got to use that inner wisdom to know how to sort of control your enthusiasm and your wisdom. And out the top of here, you've got the Ace of Wands, out with the old and in with the new. I think it's like, it's not like creating something new. I think it's what you might be realizing is finally there's, this opportunity or this business or this project, or there's a multitude of things that actually, do you know what, this could really work for me. And that's knowing your pathway and engaging in that pathway with the world that is around you, but without pushing it and without as well getting distracted from it. It's keeping that steady ship. Five of Pentacles, yeah, it is a transition, because I think that Ace of Wands is coming in, and I think you're recognizing it around you of being consistent in your approach to your business or your projects or your career path. Being consistent in it is going to bring you some great results in the future. So it's a transition. It's like you're hold back, and you're going to be ready to rock and roll at any given point in the very near future. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side. I get things moving around here, a lot of things moving about. It seems to be a bit of a tornado in a way. Obviously, a lot of changing going on. We did see a lot of the Tower moment in people's readings last week here. And it seems like there's a lot of things that are being rearranged. you've got the Nine of Swords on your karmic path, and I think that's what you've got to say goodbye to. You know, repeated nightmare, worries, situations that doesn't allow you to sort of feel good about the situation. You know, I think it's stress that comes in from the outside world more than anything else. Because when we do sleep, and you know, that's when we sort out our stress within our bodies. And it feels like here is on your karmic path to realize that stress that is on the outside and what you're actually feeling on the inside. And there's a beautiful journey that you need to be going off on. In the synchronicities with the outside world, you get the Seven of Swords, playing smart, realizing what you can take on board. And it's all about the inner thinking here because of the calmness that is around you. I wouldn't, I wouldn't be too driven by other people here at the moment. I think you need to be really clear about making those steps going forward, not going backwards more than anything else. And anything that's trying to hold you back, this is where you've got to play smart and recognize what situations or what relationships or what spiritual practices are actually holding you back rather than setting you free more than anything else. So, yeah, there is a plan of action that you have put into place in the past, and living it can be a little bit stressful. It can be a Nine of Swords sort of scenario, and I think that's what you do need to break through it. Yeah, and stay true. So you're staying true to quality rather than quantity within your future here. Sticking to the plan is a very good thing. There's a lot of changes that are going on in the background at the moment, but it's enjoying the blissful moment, I think, is really important. And you get another 4 there on the integration of the outside world, the 4 of Cups. I think this is what you're saying goodbye to something, or you recognize something that has come to its full conclusion. But there is life that's offering you this whole new cup here as you go forward. And that's that Ace of Cups. I think you're offering it to yourself here more than anything else. You're streamlining a lot of things, going for quality rather than quantity. Stick to the plan more than anything else, and you will get your just desserts. You will bring balance back into your life. And I think this is the karmic path here is a lesson that you're learning how to sort of like not necessarily take on board the woes and worries from everybody that is around you, and don't have to adapt to everybody that is around you. You know, there is a certain meeting point where between you and another person, but if you have to go completely, do all the work, it's not necessarily a good thing. And I think it's life that's calling you out now, and well, not calling you out, but calling you to come out and play, as it were. And I would most definitely follow that as you go forward. So there you go, Sagittarius. Thanking you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of these readings. Thanking you very much for subscribing, liking and sharing. Really helps us out with the algorithm. It's beautiful to see your comments. I'll see you over on Somatic TV or on the Messages from Energy. There's also the results on the poll of the live. Make sure you ask your questions beforehand, so then in the live we can go through them one by one. Okay, I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.